Well, I think business always wants to engage with Her Majesty's official opposition, and particularly when they are formulating policies. I don't think Labour ever really left election footing after the snap general election last June. They're still thinking about what they might do were they to come into government, and it's important for business to be talking to them as well as talking to the government of the day to ensure that both of our major political parties are thinking about policies that are friendly towards the business community.
Now, one policy which you didn't consider business friendly at all was the proposal to raise corporation tax from 19% to 26%. However, Jeremy Corbyn has said this would be to fund education, retooling, retraining of workers whose industries are being disrupted, which surely has some merit.
Well, I mean, all of us want to see more education, more training, more investment in those areas, but not on the back of our competitiveness overall as a country, particularly with the big economic change that we're about to go through. We wouldn't like to see a tax rise of that sort on our businesses. There's another set of taxes, of course, that bother British businesses too, and they get a lot less attention than corporation tax. Those are the things that we all pay up front before we even make a profit, whether that's business rates or property taxes, whether it's employment-related taxes, or so many other things besides. Businesses in the UK pay quite a lot into the exchequer already.
Let's turn to a topic that is more city-friendly with regards to Labour, and that's their approach to Brexit, because it seemed to have taken a softer and softer stance in recent weeks, to the extent where they're actually calling for some terms which are softer than even the British Chambers of Commerce is. So, for instance, a transitional period of up to 4 years, where I think you were saying at least 3 years. Talk to us about whether you think that, in fact, going one step further than your current position is something that's tenable and desirable.
Well, I think both major political parties, when it comes to Brexit, are talking a lot and saying very little. What businesses say to us is they are uncertain about where both Labour and the Conservatives stand on it, because of course there are divisions in both major parties about that question of transition and of course the future trading relationship with the EU as well. We're very clear. We need a transition agreed by the end of this year. We think it should be longer than the 2 years proposed by Theresa May in her Florence speech last week. And we also need to get urgently onto those trade talks, because what businesses say is a transition is not very good if they don't know where it's leading to, and we need to get some clarity over what that final settlement might look like.
Let me pick up on that disarray issue. How much do you think it has cost businesses so far in terms of hits to productivity, given that so much time has been spent dealing with unknown issues, bureaucracy, etc., surrounding the Brexit question?
Well, when I go to chambers of commerce around the country and speak to a lot of our business communities, about 2/3 of companies aren't paying direct attention to Brexit. The reason is, if they did that, they'd take their eye off the ball in their businesses, and their businesses might well be dead. But the third who are tend to be the larger businesses, they tend to be the ones trading internationally, they tend to be those with more significant investments, and they're the ones who are telling us the uncertainty is biting. We have seen business investment somewhat off the boil. It needs to be incentivised, needs to be brought forward. So when the Chancellor brings forward an autumn budget this year, what I will hope he will do is look to incentivise investment so that businesses can feel confident that this is a good place to do business, even as we go through this economic transition.